Buffaloes are everywhere. I hit the buffalo, he's bleeding, and now we're following the blood. It's very dangerous.
Our first morning begins at the shooting range, where we assess our skills and familiarize ourselves with the rifles. Hunting Big 5 species typically requires a minimum caliber of .375 or larger. Therefore, during our hunt, we use .375 H&H Magnum and .416 Rigby calibers. We are in Zimbabwe, a country of breathtaking nature and rich culture, home to the iconic Victoria Falls and the wild Zambezi River. However, our journey is driven by one member of the Big 5, the Cape Buffalo. After checking the weapons and testing the trigger pull, we are ready to shoot.
Ready for the buffalo hunt? No problem.
Right, this is the one which I want you to shoot the buffalo. This is soft on face.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
This is soft, so this is the one who must be on top.
Okay.
For your first shot.
Okay.
Yes.
Nachádzame sa v oblasti Gvaj, kde trávime náš 7-dňový polovnícky výlet. Oblasť Gvaj je známa hlavne na lov nebezpečnej zvery. Vyskytujú sa tu bivol, slon, leopard a lev. A táto oblasť hraničí s Národným parkom Hwange, ktorý je najväčším v Zimbabwe. Zvieratá majú voľný prechod medzi Národným parkom a okolitými oblastiami, keďže sa tam nenachádzajú žiadne ploty. Zaujímavý poznatok je aj to, že Národný park Hwange a jeho okolie, v ktorom aj my lovíme, patria do druhej najväčšej chránenej oblasti na svete, tzv. Kavango Zambezi area, ktorá sa rozprestiera na oblasti vyše 500 000 km2, čo je pre porovnanie asi veľkosť Francúzska. V tejto oblasti sa nachádza asi polovička všetkých slonov žijúcich v Afrike, 15% gepardov, 15% levov, ktoré sa v tejto oblasti voľne pohybujú. Táto oblasť sa rozprestiera na území štátov Botswana, Namíbia, Angola, Zambia a Zimbabwe, v ktorom sa my nachádzame.
We arrive at a nearby water reservoir where our trackers have been observing a large old male for several consecutive days. These old Cape Buffalo males are also known as dagger boys. According to many hunters, the Cape Buffalo is considered one of the most dangerous members of the Big 5, mainly due to its unpredictability and resilience, often charging without any warning. For this reason, it is called the Black Death. During midday, when temperatures peak, buffaloes tend to rest in the shade or lie down in cool, tall reeds. Therefore, we move very cautiously, constantly observing our surroundings. However, our buffalo is not here, so we move to a new location to hunt plains game. As we moved through the savannah, stories from our childhood began to surface. Tales we once read with wide eyes and wild imaginations. Stories of hunters exploring Africa, of brave men, skilled trackers, and unbelievable adventures unfolding deep in the wild. We no longer just read them, now we live them. There is plenty of game here, so from a distance we observe herds of impalas, warthogs, and other African savanna species. One of our principles is not to hunt from the vehicle, so whenever possible we try to stalk the game. In the distance, we spot a beautiful male impala, so we disembark and attempt to approach him quietly. Despite a well-placed shot, the male runs off. and we follow his trail. We find him not far from the point of impact, and we are all immensely pleased. This is our first piece of game taken here in Zimbabwe. The joy is even greater because, like all proper men, we look forward to the dinner our personal chef will prepare from the freshly hunted impala. Wildlife in Africa is more than just part of the landscape. For local communities, it's a source of food, survival, and tradition. Hunting here isn't just an adventure, it's a cultural heritage passed down through generations. In many villages, a successful hunt means food for weeks, and it also carries meaning, respect, unity, and shared purpose. In places where daily life is deeply connected to nature, wildlife holds immense value, spiritual, practical, and communal.
This is medium rare, you can see. Yes, medium rare.
After a hearty dinner, we fall asleep to the sounds of the African night, eager for what Mother Africa has in store for us tomorrow. With a new day comes a new opportunity. For hunters, the Big Five represents the pinnacle of hunting experiences, a combination of challenge, respect for nature, and unforgettable adventure. Therefore, tense and full of anticipation, we hope that today will be successful. The term Big Five originally emerged among African professional hunters and refers to the 5 most dangerous animals in Africa: lion, elephant, rhinoceros, leopard, and Cape buffalo. Today, this term is also known among photographers and safari enthusiasts as a symbol of African wilderness.
Máme 5:56 miestného času, tesne pred východom slnka pri miestnej nádrži vodnej. Hľadáme stopy bufalov, ktoré budeme najbližšiu dobu sledovať. So we start looking for the buffalo tracks very early in the morning. We get a little bit showers, which covers lots of tracks. Didn't help us very much, but we have found fresh tracks in this morning, so we're going to follow them. Well, as I said, we got a little bit showers last night, which didn't help us very much. First of all, it covered tracks, and the humidity is very high. So for us as the hunters, it's very, very complicated now for the walking. But we're doing our best to find the fresh tracks, and then we will follow the herd. So the question is, if they go every day the same spot for the relaxing, for sleeping, or they change the area for sleeping?
Not really like the same spots. This is like the
area, so they're circling and...
Yeah, it's either today they're here.
Okay.
Yeah, that depends what they're feeling and...
Understand.
Yes.
Našli sme čerstvú stopu veľkého buffala. Bývoli v tejto oblasti dorastajú až do veľkosti okolo 800 kg. Sú to z afrických druhov bivolov tie najväčšie v porovnaní s nílským Savannah buffalo, Forest buffalo alebo West African buffalo je kaférsky bivol, po anglicky Cape buffalo, tým najväčším druhom, ktorý obýva aj veľkú časť Južnej Afriky. Je to vlastne jediný, ktorý sa tu vyskytuje a je to cieľ našej polovačky.
One of our trackers is a young 25-year-old member of the anti-poaching team. A very kind, humble and skilled tracker who dreams of becoming a football player. A large herd of buffaloes grazes in the bush directly ahead of us. We must be cautious. The atmosphere is tense. Excitement, adrenaline, and the joy of finally seeing them mix with fear and apprehension. And after all, sitting on the ground surrounded by a large herd of buffaloes is an intriguing feeling. Our guide spots a large old male. However, he is moving through dense bush, making it impossible to take a successful shot from our position due to limited visibility. He devises a strategy to approach him unnoticed and, most importantly, safely.
Alright, so we have found a big herd of the buffaloes. There was a big, massive old bull in there, but now we don't want to spook them out, so we will little bit break to get lunch, and then we will get back when the buffaloes will get moving. Alright, we're going to change the plan because the herd what was we following went to the area where we don't have a permit to hunt in. So now we changed the area. We found the Daga boy's truck, and now we're going to follow him. So hopefully we'll get him.
So probably it's not like maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes away from us.
Prebi.
One more. Good shot.
Prebi.
Reload. Right.
Fine.
Fine, yes. Come. Let's shoot. Yes. I'm starting to put warm. I'm starting to put. No charge. I don't charge.
Ivan,
Congratulations!
gratulujem.
This is the destination of a dagger boy. Look at the boss. This is quite solid. All the kills and the nails. Yeah, this really shows it. Yeah. So yeah, the bows, that's the definition of hunting. We going to take the bows to the kitchen. Dave is there. Then we're gonna give him the bows. Then he's gonna come up with a good dish for us.
Yep.
Then eventually, then we are called buffalo hunters.
Yeah, that's right.
There's no way you can shoot and hunt a buffalo without eating the bows. Doc, what do you say?
Okay. Ivan, dovol mi ti odovzdať tento zálamok na počesť ulovenia toho prvého afrického zvieraťa, ktorým je ešte k tomu aj kafirský bilov, jedno z veľkej peťky. Som veľmi rád, že som bol naozaj pri tom. Úprimne ti prajem lovu zdar. Toto bolo slovenská tradícia a ešte patrí k tej africkej, aby som ťa pokrstil a vítal medzi africkými lovcami. V rámci tradície Afriky vítame africkými lovcami a lovu zdar.
Lovu zdar.
Lovu zdar.
Takže dnes nám náš kuchár pripravil odborne povedané varlata. Ako to bolo vlastne gule? Povedané semeníky z bafala. No a ideme ich práve ochutnať. Je to súčasť tradície tuto africkej, čiže keď lovec uloví svojho prvého bafala, tak by mal toto ochutnať. Takže Ivo, máš slovo, respektíve ústa.
Ďakujem. Som zvedavý. Celkom dobré.
Game hunting. We're using our time between two buffalo hunts for the plains game hunting, so hopefully to see some sables or whatever. Impala, warthogs.
It doesn't take long before our trackers spot a smaller group of grazing zebras and wildebeests in the distance. We park our vehicle some distance away and continue on foot. The blue wildebeest, also known as the noom, is an iconic inhabitant of the African savannas and one of the most typical representatives of the so-called plains game. Its name comes from the dark stripes on its shoulders and sides, resembling stripes. The largest populations can be found in countries like Tanzania, Kenya, Botswana, Namibia, and Zimbabwe. It is particularly known for the spectacular migration of millions of wildebeests across the Serengeti and Masai Mara, which ranks among the greatest natural spectacles in the world.
Did you know that buffalo kills more than 200 people every year? Most of them are hunters. That's the reason why it's called Black Death and is considered as a dangerous game. The buffalo is a member of the Big Five. It can run up to 550 kilometers per hour. So it can be just in front of you in a second. So you must be careful when you hunt for them. Well, actually, the trackers, they found not fresh, the tracks from the last night. Now what we're going to do is to use the car, check all the roads and cut the tracks, and then we will see what we're going to do. But hopefully we'll get him. By cutting road to those two Dagaboys, we found a herd of the buffaloes, so we decided to change the plan. Now we're going to cut the road to the big herd of the buffaloes and try to pick up one, the trophy, big bull.
They are here. The valley trembles under the pounding hooves of hundreds of buffaloes, and the air is filled with dust. We watch the herd move into the dense bush, so we don't have much time. We need to get ahead of them.
This is really challenging hunt. I hit the buffalo, he's bleeding, and now we're following the blood. It's very dangerous.
As the sun began to set, darkness fell quickly. The night here belongs to predators, lions, hyenas, and leopards. That's why we have to postpone the tracking until morning.
We're starting at the point where we finished last night. What happened last night was that we found a nice bull. I hit him properly. According to the blood, looks like he got a lung shot. But unfortunately there was a sunset and getting dark very soon, so we decided to start in the morning. That's what we're doing right now. So let's continue and find my bull. Fuck!
Yes.
I almost shit myself. So this is the dangerous game hunting. When he turned around and started looking at us, I was like, what?
So this is where you have to prove me. You've got bigger balls than him, and this is what you've done. Thanks so much for this. Sorry.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, man.
gratulujem.
Ďakujem pekne.
Gratulujem. Ako sa cítiš? Aké to bolo?
Unbelievable. I mean, like shooting the black bat for the distance, like what, 20 meters it was. He just turned around and started running to us. Fortunately, my PH gave him some shots, so that was good. I was like, what the fuck? This is really dangerous game hunting. Standing just eye to eye to do 800 kilos mad buff is not fun. How the nice Cape buff should supposed to looks like. I'm really happy. I'm really happy.
Počas našej poslednej vychádzky sa nám podarilo nájsť skupinu 6 zebier, ku ktorým sme sa postupne priblížili. Podarilo sa nám v rámci skupiny identifikovať jednou peknou veľkou samca a tohto následne jednou dobre mierenou ranou uloviť. A v pozadí môžete vidieť teraz, ako naši sprievodcovia pripravujú naloženie uloveného zvieraťa na korbu auta.
And so, our final journey lies ahead. A trip back to the city of Victoria Falls, where our evening program awaits. A Zambezi River cruise is one of the most popular activities around Victoria Falls. The Zambezi is the fourth longest river in Africa and forms a natural border between Zimbabwe and Zambia. During the cruise, it's common to spot hippos, as well as crocodiles, elephants coming to drink. The cruise usually takes place in the late afternoon, when the landscape is bathed in the warm light of the setting sun. Later, we were treated to a combination of dinner and a cultural program that showcases the cuisine, music, and traditions of various African tribes. The dinner features local specialties, including game meat such as crocodile, ostrich, or antelope. One of the most memorable parts is the tasting of mopane worms, dried or cooked caterpillars, which are a common part of the diet in southern Africa. Victoria Falls is one of the most famous natural wonders of the world and is listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It lies on the Zambezi River and forms the border between Zimbabwe and Zambia. The water plunges from a height of up to 108 meters, and the width of the falls reaches approximately 1.7 kilometers. The local name for the falls is Mosi-oa-Tunya, which means the smoke that thunders, referring to the immense mist and the roaring sound that can be heard from afar.
Ukončujeme práve náš 10-dňový lovecký výlet. Nachádzame sa v Victoria Falls, kde sme si na záver boli pozrieť Viktorine vodopády. Je to veľmi zaujímavé prírodné dielo, kde si človek uvedomí tú silu prírody, ktorá nás tu to Afrikou sprevádzala celý čas na tej obrovskej rozlohe a obrovských pláňach. Počas tohto výletu sa nám podarilo splniť si svoj sen. Spolu s Romanom sme ulovili 2 pekných starých dagabojov a plus ešte k tomu navyše nejakú plains game. Výlet prebehol veľmi hladko, jednoducho, bezproblémovo. Na záver takto môžeme asi zhrnúť, že z nášho pohľadu je výlet veľmi úspešný. Myslím, že všetci členovia tejto výpravy sme spokojní, šťastní a pripravujeme sa na dlhú cestu domov.
Sometimes it's about dreams. The ones we dream, the ones we live, and the ones we make come true. 2 men united by a dream. They dreamed of Africa, a land where the wind smells of wilderness and where animal tracks tell stories as old as time. For years they dreamed, planned, until the day came when their steps touched the dust of the savannah, face to face with the wild, with respect in their hearts. Africa is not just a place. It's a feeling that settles in your chest like the evening smoke by the fire. It's the respect earned by every step on its soil, every look into the eyes of the game, every story you take home.